Sorry.
Muted you.
You did it backwards.
I did it backwards. All right. Close that out. So, like I said, I just wanted to go over some stuff, do a little bit of PDCA and some things that I kind of refreshed my memory on, and then and some work we're doing right now. But I'll fill you guys in on that later. So, first off, move your bag, put your phone down, move your phone to the side, move your board to the side, and everybody stand up.
Oh yeah, you too.
All right. This is just a couple things that we used to do, man, that really does work, and I'm doing it for a reason.
Oh,
Okay?
I can't touch the fan.
Reach. I want you to stretch. You can move over here if you want. There you go. Move over away from the fan. Stretch real high. Come on. Stretch. High as you guys can stretch on your tippy toes. Stretch. You're reaching for the positives. Reach up for the positives. Now, bend over and shake them out. Shake out all the negatives. Shake out all the negatives. There you go. Shake them all out. Now, stomp on them. Now, reach. Oh, reach for the positives. You're grabbing more. Oh. Now, bend over and shake out the negatives. There you go. Stomp on them. Reach. Shake. Stop. All right. That's good. All right. Here's another one. To be enthusiastic, you act enthusiastic. 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 Another one. Now, there's a reason we do it. Another one is SUCCESS. That's the way we spell success. Get it?
Yeah.
SUCCESS. That's the way we spell success. SUCCESS. That's the way we spell success. The last one, which W. Clement Stone used to say to himself every morning in the mirror, and he would say it 10 times looking at himself, and he always said he'd live to be 100. His wife did the same thing. He lived to be 101, she lived to be 102. But he'd look in the mirror, and he'd say, I feel healthy, I feel happy, I feel terrific. I feel healthy, I feel happy, I feel terrific. I feel healthy, I feel happy, I feel terrific. I feel healthy, I feel happy, I feel terrific. I feel healthy, I feel happy, I feel terrific. I feel healthy, I feel happy, I feel terrific. I feel healthy, I feel happy, I feel terrific. I feel healthy, I feel terrific. Woo, God, good. Good job. Give everybody a round of applause. Woo. Wasn't that awesome? Kind of get your blood flowing a little bit. Get you excited because enthusiasm. You all right?
Yeah, my back hurts really bad.
Enthusiasm is the #1 key to doing sales, to meeting people, whatever it is that you guys are doing. You know what I mean? In any field, it doesn't matter. Enthusiasm helps you get through the day better. You know, instead of thinking, oh, I feel a little sick today, you know what I mean? Which I hear a lot of people to do all the time.
You'll definitely feel sick then.
You'll definitely feel sick, but if you're like, man, I feel a little crappy today, but you know what? It ain't beating me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not getting sick. It's just not happening. Like this morning, I did use a Q-tip and there was blood on my ear. And I'm like, what the heck? And I thought I had a little earache. You know what I mean? So I thought to myself, I'm going to be high enough in the air today on this roof that the wind is going to blow this direction and I'll get an earache and it'll match. You know what I'm saying?
That's positive.
I was going to say, is that positive or negative?
That's thinking positive. You know what I mean? And it's just like, right here, I'm going to, but besides that, Frank Becker here, now, this is one of our top five books. And I encourage all you guys to go through here and make notes. This is like, I have too, but I would read it again. You know what I mean? Because really, when you're talking to people, what we do is you know, trying to convince people that what we have is what they need without saying you need this or without saying it sounded desperate. You know what I mean? So he says here, though, about enthusiasm. This is the chapter that I can't remember who was speaking at the major. Who was that said you should get into this book and read the chapter over and over and over, like 10 times?
Yeah.
I don't have a book, I tell you.
It was one of the life coaches.
Load, I think.
Yeah, it was one of the life coaches. It'll come out on CD and they'll tell you. But he says here on this, he says, my enthusiasm almost entirely overcame my fear. In fact, my nervousness began to work for me, and I played far better than I'd ever thought was capable of playing. If you are nervous, be thankful. Don't hold it back. Turn it on. Let your nerves work for you. So what happened was he went to play for St. Louis Cardinals. Okay. After going through these teams, it got demoted because he wasn't enthusiastic. So he decided to get super enthusiastic. And that's how come he became a leader on his team and the most pay. Within 10 days, enthusiasm took me from $25 a month, and back then that was a lot of money, but you could to $185 a month within 10 days. That's a huge increase just by enthusiasm. It increased my income by 700%. Let me repeat, nothing but the determination to act enthusiastic increased my income 700% in 10 days. You know what I mean? So the saying is true. To be enthusiastic, you act enthusiastic. Even if you feel bummy or this and that, you got to act enthusiastic. Which, to be enthusiastic, you have to think about what there is to be enthusiastic about.
The positives.
Okay, positives like a dream. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I hate going to get up on this roof and lose money and all that stuff. But you know what? I'm going to think positive because that also is a dread. You know what I mean? So I'm going to think positive because I have to constantly tell myself positive things. To be enthusiastic, I have to find something to be enthusiastic about. Otherwise, I'm just jumping around like a clown. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so we got to really think about our dreams. What do we want? For real, it goes back to that dream. What do we want? And will this system provide that? Because, you know, with a lot of us sitting here in the room and this and that, really our dreams must not be that powerful. Otherwise, I think we would move a little bit faster. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, getting it all systematized and this and that. But what is your dreams? Like, do you want to work anymore? I don't want to be, I'm tired of working. You know, I'm very good at what we do. You know, even if I hire a specialty contractor out to come and help us, I know more than him. I'm not trying to brag, but that happened yesterday. You know what I mean? Caleb was there. And it was like, I know that I'm good at that stuff, but man, I'm tired of the up and down. 1 week I've got, you know what I mean, thousands of dollars in savings, and then 2 weeks later it's used up because something goes wrong in the business. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm glad it was there. I mean, Caleb was like, man, we were doing good on saving and this and that, you know. So I'm glad it was there for the mistake. But the thing is what do we want? Do we want to keep working our job? Do you want to keep driving to Marion every day and going up there and listening to him, blah, blah, blah? You know what I mean? Talk out his rear end.
He gave me a box of light bulbs today.
You know, another person that, you know, he did what?
He gave me a box of light bulbs today.
Oh, nice. That was nice of him. But really, is that what you want? Do you want to, like, live at your mom's forever?
Not forever.
You know, do you want to live at your mom's forever?
I don't.
You don't. You know, do you want to keep doing what we're doing every day forever? And that's just sitting at a desk and we get it going big, but the only way we're going to do that is supplement our income.
Right.
It's the only way we're going to do it. I know you went out of the printing business. You went out of there.
Yep.
You know, do you want to live on the same property with your parents and in-laws for the rest of your life? Don't they live on the same property, kind of?
Yeah, it was my property.
Oh, it's your property. Okay. Okay. So wouldn't it be nice to go buy some other property so you can like live on some new property? You know what I mean? I'm not trying to like sound mean or anything like that, but we have to get it. We have to find out what that is that kickstarts us.
Right.
Do you want to be number one? Is that it? Do you want to be in the top 100 this month of May? I want to be in the top 100 this month on the growth chart. Personally, top 100. If we can get a couple of you guys to the top 100, that means, you know what I mean? Chrysla or Caleb or us, you know what I mean, might be in the top 10. You know what I mean? Because as the whole team works together, or Scott and Angie, get them in the top 10. You know what I mean? Really, if we could do our part, and when Scott is getting asked questions and they're on stage in July at the major and they're like, man, how did you do it? How did you get to the top 3 or whatever it is? You know what I mean? That you know, because of the growth chart. We're up there. He was like, man, because Kentucky did this and that. You know, along with Chrysla, she's in our team. She's on the Kentucky team.
What happened?
Like when they recognize, how did you guys, who helped you? You know what I mean? At the major, when they had everybody up there and they're the growth champions, you know, then they bring their leaders up, you know, and they say, how'd you do it? Or they were talking about the different leaders that helped them, you know what I mean? So they won the growth champion award.
Yeah, but I didn't know they talked about Kentucky.
No,
he's using it as
I'm
an
saying
Oh,
He's
okay.
saying he wants that.
Okay.
in July, I want that. You know what I mean? I don't know what you guys want, but I want it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I want you guys to want it with me. I want us to be retired and gone and away from work and quit worrying. The economy is not, man, I'm just saying, and I hate to put my foot in my mouth, but, you know, when they talk about bringing all these jobs back and this and that, yeah, that's all fine and dandy. But they're bringing everybody back to be in the matrix. Do you understand what that is? Yes, it's good for our economy and people could go back to work, but they're good slaves.
Right.
They just get ripped one time less a day, you know what I mean? Or an extra biscuit, whatever. You know what I mean? Feed me a bone, give me a bone, you know what I mean? Give me a biscuit. So, but we want to be, man, I want to be free. So when the economy takes a poop on whatever it's going to do, if it doesn't take a poop, if the economy goes up, our business is going to go up.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So if the economy gets, either way, if it goes down, we need to dig that well. You know, there's people talking about the economy for years crashing in
That'd
2018.
probably make us even better. Like go up even more.
Right, exactly. Because in fast times, in a good economy, our business explodes. There's no stopping it. It's like, in bad times, yes, it's slower, but it's still steady. You know what I mean? And now if it got really bad, like you said, it's like us, you know, Chris Brady, he says if it crashes, you know what I mean? He said it's like we're running a lifeboat in a flood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All because of that financial fitness.
Yeah.
So we have to find our dreams. We have to get, another thing too is we got to indulge ourselves in reading. That's probably the most important thing right there.
Yep.
Because if you can't, I was listening to a life coach yesterday while we were working. If you can't, it was on Rascal Radio. And Lana, I think it was Lana, I think she was asking some of her team, well, what's going on? Well, what's your testimony? And they were like, well, I don't have the testimony. Or what the green box, because if you don't go through the green box, you're not going to have a testimony. You don't sound real. They know it on the other end of the line. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, like yesterday when I was talking to Jeff, you know, I was like, look, I haven't made $1 million off this yet, but at least it's giving me knowledge to be able to pay you. You know what I mean?
Right.
That didn't know.
Nothing.
You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about him. Huh? Jeff Lyle.
I don't know. Just,
But you know what I mean? And it's just like, but I didn't complain. He got overpaid, all this and that. Fine and dandy. I'm a man of my word. But the thing is we got to get into this, you know. So you guys can mark it down in your calendar, but we need to go through the first 75 pages and agree on a day that we can all get online, even with our significant other, and gone through that 75 pages.
Yep.
And if it was up to me, which it is, I say Friday night, 8 p.m. You know, Because that's what we need to do. I mean, I've read through it so many times
What?
and wrote down go through the financial
So you might have
fitness.
it as
Yeah.
like a group,
I was
almost like a
saying,
study.
come here
like a
and
book study
do
or-
that.
You can either come here or we can Zoom. So
Like a discussion on
right,
the first.
on the first
Okay, so
75
we're going
pages,
back to the beginning.
first 75 pages, it'll have some exercises for you to do in there and stuff like that. And I'll get a little list of questions for you guys by tomorrow. By the end of tomorrow, that way you can write the answers out. Okay. But that was just a side note. I didn't mean to bring that up, but I was going to say something. But that's really because we have to do that. So our dream, because it's going to help us find our dream. You know, what is it that turns you? Is it seeing your kids? Is it having a studio? I know we've heard all this stuff before, and the same for me. You know what I mean? But really, we have to find what makes you ecstatic.
What makes you cry? They said what actually makes an internal turmoil so much that it makes you want to cry because you don't have it.
Do you know what like really turned me on last night? Was watching Harry Maguire, Jerry Maguire. Jerry Maguire, because when he got to the end though, and they stuck together, you know what I mean? They got to go, and he won. Just that you know, everyone was snapping pictures around him and wanting to get his autograph, and hey, asking him questions. You know what I mean? Because he made it. He was that to me. That's what drives me, man. Getting up on that stage and changing people's lives. I've seen it change people's lives just sitting in this room. You know what I mean? But with that, I want to do it on a large scale. I want to be free. That's what I was meant to do. To win at something for once in my life. To win. I'm tired of losing. I'm not a loser, like she kept telling him. You know what I mean? You're a loser. You're a loser. And, you know, it took him down for a couple days. We could say a season, just like it's done for us, you know, for a week or so. But we got to pull up our bootstraps and do it and make sure it just gets done. We got to set a plan and just make sure it gets done. Stop at nothing. When I broke the national sales record, when I sold insurance, it did it as a joke because they said I couldn't do it. I was just a lonely old sales manager. I wasn't a district manager or a regional manager or a coordinator or anything like that. You know what I mean? And I went out that morning and I was like, okay, let's see what happens. I got up that morning. I told the district manager, I said, I won't be in tomorrow's meeting in the morning. He was like, why not? And I said, because I'm going to break that record tomorrow. And he was like, okay. So I went out that morning, left at like 6:30. First place I went to was a gas station. Boom, boom, boom. Started knocking on doors, driving around. And by 2 o'clock that night, you know what I mean? All day and then 2 a.m., I was at a gas station getting my last policy, and she's being a little bit difficult. Well, all the district managers came in, and Holly Brent, they were all drunk, and Holly Brent came in, and she's the one that had the record. What are you doing here? And I used to hang out with the district managers, even though we weren't allowed. They would like me. I said, I'm breaking your record. Sign here. And that lady, she, out of all confused, she signed it, and I broke the record. But I went out to do it. I set out to do it. I set my mind to it, and I went out to do it. You know?
So basically what you're saying is challenge yourself over and above what you've done in the past, not just make progress daily, but go far and above just that progress. Challenge yourself to do more than what you even thought you could do that day.
Right. And that's by going go-getter. How we do that is by going go-getter. That's 4 plans, 4 videos, however you want to slice it, a week. You know what I mean? Whatever you got to do, because that's the magic number. 15 points is the magic number. You know, Michaela's pretty regular on hitting that. You know, but the rest of us aren't. Me and Michelle have last couple months in a row, but we kind of, this past one we didn't. We're going to miss it. So I'm starting out in May. I'm going to be in the top 100 at the end of the month. I don't care. If I got to go out and march down the mall and stop people, hey, check out this video, I don't care. It's got to happen. It's time. It is time. Because I am tired of working. I'm tired of struggling. You know what I mean? There was someone we ran into the other day that we did a bid for, and they thought we were a nationwide company, part of a corporation, like a McDonald's,
Oh, you mean Top Floors and More?
Top Floors and More. And I was like, well, I own it. She's like, oh, you just own the one. Oh, yeah, that was where we did that bid. Oh, you just own the one in Paducah. I said, well, I got a partner in Illinois. She was like, well, I thought it was a subsidiary, like, you know what I mean, in Flowing America that's nationwide. You know what I mean? But that must have showed how professional we looked, if anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it kind of blew me away. But we have to sit, unless I'm sitting behind a desk and I got 20 Top Floors and More open, I'm not going to be happy doing it. You know what I mean? I'm sick of it. I'm tired of training people. I'm 50 years old. I was up on a roof yesterday that's this steep, 11, 12 pitch. And Michelle is sitting down on the ground, and I stepped back and missed. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it was like, whoa. You know what I mean? That happened twice. And I was like, usually I'm not afraid of heights. I get up there and walk around. I don't care. But ever since that happened, now something's in my head, like, because she was there. You know what I mean?
Slid down the roof, too.
If she wasn't there, it wouldn't have bothered me as much. But as soon as I did it, I turned around, and there's Michelle.
I'm like,
You know? So that's what it is. I want you guys to find out your dream, what that is. Do you want to win? Are you competitive? Do you want to be number one in all of Team Maximus Freedom Shift? Like, we could be number one. We've got too much talent on this
I was
call
just
and
saying
in this
that.
room that, you know, Crystal and Tim's been doing this a while. They just got a new customer, actually, which is awesome.
yeah.
Whoa!
I looked on because I'm on my Life app every day. I'm in the system every single day, looking stuff up and all that stuff. And as soon as they got the customer, I knew about it. And I was so busy, I didn't get a chance to send them a text and congratulations. And Michelle had already talked to Crystal and Tim, and I was like, man, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Let's just keep doing it. You know. As a matter of fact, I also want to put down in the calendar May. Pick out a Saturday, like the first Saturday in May. No, let's make it the third Saturday in May
Which is
after the seminar.
What is it? The seminar the first weekend of the month?
Second Saturday.
I'm gonna get 15.
It's the second Saturday of the month. So the third Saturday in May, we're gonna have a PBO party.
19th.
The 19th. We'll figure out what we're gonna do, but we're gonna start having PBO parties like Scott and Andrew did.
All I need is 9 more, and I can go get her this month.
Bread.
She's got her hand raised. Oh, you see it.
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, actually, when shopping's like that,
You're good.
I don't want to miss the first PBO party, and I'm going to be in Jacksonville that weekend for school.
You.
Okay.
All right, go again.
I don't want to miss the first PBO party, and I'm going to be in Jacksonville for school that weekend. I leave the 15th.
Why can't we hear her?
There you go. I had it come down.
She said that she doesn't want to miss the first PBO party and she has school or something that weekend.
Okay, how about we do it the first Saturday in May?
You mean this Saturday?
Saturday?
I mean, first Saturday in June.
First Saturday. Second.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you busy the third Saturday of June?
I don't think so.
Let's do it the third Saturday of June,
The 16th.
Okay.
the 16th.
Our own personal PBO party.
It's going to be our first PBO party. The qualifications is 150 PV. Either customer or personal, it doesn't matter. But we'll figure out something fun to do.
PBO party.
That's where the professional business owners that have 150 PV all get together and we do something fun like bowling, something, fishing, a movie, whatever, shooting guns.
Something.
Okay. So now I'm going to.
Wait. When is the seminar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So. I'm up you two again. Chris, let's just put your hand up because you're something.
You know, while you were talking about that, I thought of something. You know, this team, our team here, with Tim and Chrisla and all of us that are working it, I think that we've been very underrated because, like you said, there's so much talent in our team with them guys up there and these guys down here.
John
and John in Atlanta.
and Tanya's coming around.
So it's like, I think we've been very, how do you say it? Underrated, you know, for what we can accomplish in doing this. And I think that if we really put our heads to do it, starting tomorrow, May 1st, that we could really show something by the end of the month that our team is going to be something to be reckoned with. And it very well could possibly, as a result, push Scott and Angie to another level, which in turn shoots everybody else another level, you know? So a rising tide lifts all ships.
Yep. So, I had a little tip for you guys here. When you're talking to somebody, now, when you guys are talking to people, we need to ask questions like, you know what I mean? If they ask you a question, answer it and ask a question back.
Like Jesus.
Right. Who is he?
Undescribable.
Really? Why? Why?
Oh. I don't know. I don't know why.
Why don't you know?
Because nobody knows.
Hmm.
The Alpha and the Omega, my friend.
This another one from here to kind of help you guys. He had a couple sayings that he would say, and one of them is, Caleb, I'm about to say something to you that I would even say to my brother. And you'd be like, what's that?
Oh, what's that?
This financial fitness program can get you out of your job, isn't that? So you always tie it back to the dream. But this here, I realized that if I attempted to say the exact same thing without putting them in the form of a question, I'd have been kicked out 3 times flat, 3 minutes flat. So instead of saying, hey, I got this program for you, this financial fitness, blah, 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 check out this video, kind of talk to them and find out what they want.
Yep.
Because yesterday when Jeff called in and he wanted a Monster, all of them wanted me to bring a Monster back to the job site. Well, he wanted a certain kind that the gas station didn't have. So I was going to get him just a different kind. But then I thought to myself, I was like, Dale Carnegie said that if you help people get what they want,
Right.
then they'll help you get what you want.
Yep. Right.
So I drove to a different gas station and I got him the flavor that he wanted.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Did you tell him that you did that?
No.
Yes, you did.
Oh, I did, because he. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess I did. I didn't mean to.
So,
But I didn't come out though and say, "Hey, I went to a different gas station." He was just. He was like, "Oh, they have my brand." I was like, "Oh, I stopped at a different gas station for you to get it." That's
you
all I
went.
said.
You went above and beyond what you would have normally done
But if-
to make sure that he had what he wanted.
I wrote
But if
down.
we. Go ahead.
Sorry, I just have something that I don't know if you heard me say earlier that I got from Rob Robson about that, about when you talk to them, keep it on their dream, and kind of like a way to help. So.
Right. Yeah, keep them tied to that, because I could do it like watch this, Chris. You said you was wanting that. What was the time limit that you were wanting to like get out of your job? Are you wanting to replace your wife's first or yours?
Mine.
Yours? Okay. And you've got a plan for that, right?
No.
No. Okay. What you did, I noticed that you did.
But I'm serious.
Right, but you got into the
About that.
financial fitness, and you basically have a bigger scheme of a plan then, is what you're saying. With the financial fitness program and all that stuff, right?
Right.
Okay. So in order for you to get out of your job, what do you think would help you like accomplish that more? What would help you for this to move a little bit faster for you?
For me to get out of my job faster,
Yeah. How would it help?
more income.
More. Okay. So building the pipeline that we're working on now. So in other words, constructing the pipeline a little bit faster.
Yep.
Right. And that'll get you out of your job because that's what you want.
Right.
Why do you want out of your job?
Because I can't stand it anymore.
Oh, because they're mean? So it's a dread.
Yeah, it's a dread.
Okay.
It's not that they're mean.
So would you work anywhere else?
Yeah, but I don't know what.
Okay.
Oh, I know a good one for that. Saying if you.
So you want, but you definitely want out of the one that you're at now. And you have a time frame that you'd like to be out
As soon as possible.
as soon as possible?
I'd like to get up and do something of significance.
So if we set down a game plan for you and actually broke it down like 6 months to a month and by per week, and we sit down with just us and we made that game plan, you're sure that that game plan would get you free?
I would assume.
You would assume? Okay. Do you know that without the marketing system, you can't do that?
If this will go.
Because if you get it, if you get on the marketing system, it's going to give you those CDs every day or every month, and you also get to learn all the new stuff that's coming in, the new techniques. Because that way, I don't have to get up here and teach. Because when you get 100 people under you, and I know you are, because we're going to make Kentucky explode. We're the only one. I talked to Manasseh Fotu while we were at the major, and he said there's no one there. You guys need to build this seminar in Kentucky. It's exactly what he told us. He got all fired up about it. So I know we're going to do it. And I know, that you're going to be there along with us. But if you, like you said, you want to get out of that job as soon as possible, wouldn't it make sense to get the right tools and start using them as soon as possible?
Can I just add something to that really quick? Because it goes with this, and I don't want to get off track.
Go ahead.
Just like a simple way to say it, or just another option. If you saw a way to speed up the process, would that be something you'd be interested in? So that's all.
Thank you, Michaela. So you get my point, right?
I do.
You just ask your questions. And I know you're going to get on marketing system. This is called the McCabe knob, by the way. When you're talking to somebody and you're like, I know you are, that's shaking your head. I know you're going to get on the marketing system because it's the only thing that's going to get you as free as quickly as you want, right?
Right.
Okay. So let's go ahead and sign you up. Okay.
I would love to.
Awesome. So really that's what it is, because when you get on marketing system though, you take ownership in your business. How many blades did we burn through in the last 2 days? How many of those? 20?
Wow.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I understand what it means to buy tools to get the job done. Because if we were doing this, cutting metal constantly, first off, I'd have carpal tunnel already.
Yep.
And I'd look like Popeye. You know what I mean? But then it'd all be mangled up. So to get the job done quicker, and more efficient, you know what I mean? So we can move on, I have to invest in tools, which is a grinder that we keep cutting through the cord on
Oh no.
again and again.
Guys.
So I'm going to tie this back into our vision, okay? So by getting on marketing system, and staying on system, which the Folsoms have been dedicated to being on system forever, you know what I mean? Forever.
Awesome.
And so with us doing that, Krista, you're second in line, third in line for our whole Kentucky team. You know what I mean? Highest. There's only 2 people higher than you. So
For what? Growth chamber?
no, I mean as far as our way it's structured. So when we have 1,000 people here, they're all going to be in, you know what I mean? They're going to be sitting in good shape.
Right.
Because that's my vision. That's what I want. I want to have, Scott and Angie come down here and talk. He told me that they were going to come down and speak for us to get together and think of a number. Because part of building our vision is learning from those guys. And we're so far away, like tomorrow night, I wish we could all go to Tuesday, but we can't.
Right.
And I vowed to never leave my team stranded. I'm not going to go up there and leave you guys here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that'll be too detrimental. We need each other right now. you know. But with building that vision, having a St. Louis, you know, like Scott and the Abernathy's, you know, and inviting them down here to speak. Be like, woo, the Abernathy's are coming down next week, you know. Manasseh said that when we get a seminar going, he'll come and speak at it.
Wow.
Told us. Yeah. Yeah, he told us. So, wouldn't that be awesome, though? Because then when we have all those people, man, we're just working full time, you know, tending to the lawn and your kids for you. You know what I mean? Not checking in at work at that place that you said you wanted out of as soon as possible. Out of as soon as possible. You said as soon as possible. So that means I get to be your coach, right?
Yep.
Okay. And all right. Good deal. Because we're going to do it. Let's make a plan and let's do it. Let's talk numbers. You know, for this vision of thousands of people, you know, spreading through Kentucky and Illinois tied to St. Louis, you know, Southern Illinois, the whole 9 yards, and they come down here. Wouldn't it be nice in a year for us to have our own seminar?
Right.
It could be done, guys.
And I think it's going to start, too, along with everything that you said, is through moving those ticket sales. You know, with that growth champion now, it's not just moving the green boxes. We need to
Glad you
move
said
those.
that because I have this right here and I'm getting ready to.
We need to move those ticket sales because each one reach one is going to get it done. Ooh, I rhyme. It's going to, because those people, when you come to those seminars and these events, when you get around the community is what does it. I mean, just knowing that there are people out there striving for the same thing, to get out of the same lowly spot that you're in, you know, and they've got dreams too that they want to see achieved. And you can also see the ones that have already achieved that and are still going higher and higher and higher, and they're developing new dreams. So it's like that's going to be the key, is to move these tickets and to stress the importance, the value that these events have on somebody's life, the difference that it can actually make. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want you guys to get on your Life app when you get a chance and go under My Business. Yeah, let me know when everyone's there.
Oh, you want us to get on there now?
Yeah, I want you to get on there right now.
There.
Are you guys there, Chrysla?
My business.
I don't know which one I'm supposed to click
Let me see if I can turn this back on without it making all that racket.
What is that anyway?
I don't know. It's something. It sounds like wind blowing or something. Okay.
It's our fan.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
You want to turn on the AC? Better?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's
There
what
you
it
go.
does.
Okay. So now go to My Reports.
Hold on. That one clicks up. Now I'll wait for it to stop loading. Seriously.
Caleb, you already been there?
I was earlier, but I exited out. Now it's telling me to please wait.
You're
Turn on your Wi-Fi.
I think it's because everybody's using the Wi-Fi.
No, I'm not.
I'm on please wait. Page not available.
I'll tell you in a minute. But
Okay.
where do you want me at? Sorry.
So you go to My Business and then go to My Reports and then go to number 18.
Oh, okay, so that's where that's at.
Mine won't load either.
To see what number you are in the growth.
It'll
chart.
tell you what number you are in the growth champ. I am at 7,550th place.
And you want to be top 100 in 31 days.
31 days. Look, guys, it's easy. If everybody gets one sign up and one ticket and in another link, which anyone in the team can put that in.
Right.
So, Chris, if
Download.
Michaela finds somebody and she puts them underneath you and they sign up and they get a green box and then they get a ticket to go to the seminar and then, you know what I mean? You didn't do the work. So then when she goes out and she does another one the exact same way, that's 6 points, roughly. Okay. Now, if she moves 2 tickets, she gets double that. So she can get 12. Just by doing that, will put you in the probably top 150. So you get one person underneath you, move a couple tickets to them or their couple, start a second leg, do the same thing, boom. If we all do that, it's golden. But
My number must be high because it can't figure it out.
Yeah, my phone, I can't get to either.
No, mine just said, please wait, please wait.
So that's what we need to do. So 4 plans. We're going to do some coaching. You got to commit to yourself 4 plans. By next Monday, 4 videos.
4.
4 of them. Show that.
4.
You know what I mean? And you got to connect
4
to
videos? Is that what you're
4
saying?
videos.
Okay. You're like
With
4
me
plans,
connected.
like, okay.
If you don't connect me, you can connect yourself and we'll go do a one-on-one and set it up and go do a one-on-one.
And that still counts as a connector call?
Yes, we can still count it. If you connect yourself and book a meeting out of it without connecting me, then it still counts. Okay? Because you connected yourself. Connect yourself.
If you book a meeting.
And then when you go there and we show them the plan, then you get another point per person there. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So who's in? Who's in? Do you guys want to be number 1 in May?
You said, and by what day we're doing this?
Starting tomorrow.
Starting on both.
Tomorrow's the 1st.
So just until the next seminar, right?
Till the next Monday boom. The whole month of May till the end of May.
Oh, so
4 weeks.
end of May.
4
okay.
weeks.
Oh, I'm trying to get one every day now. Like I already made that decision.
Now, if you track your points, the reason I wanted the PBO party is because I wanted we hit this in May. Then in June, when we go to the seminar, we're all walking across the stage. You know what I'm saying? And then we have the PBO party to celebrate.
And we got to remember that by the time that
Now-
happens, we have to do it every time.
Right.
We can't just do it
Now,
one time.
if you want to get bold, how many points you got right now?
6.
You got 6?
That's because I point a video.
9 more points
Right.
by next Saturday, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday.
Yeah.
You add 9 points to that, and you're go-getter.
Yeah, I know.
And I guarantee you someone will find out.
You didn't hear me say that earlier? I said I was going to
didn't.
get 9 more and have it. But
Yeah,
that's
9 more and you're a go-getter.
I want it work.
Good deal. So I had one more thing, but I guess that's it for now.
Chrisla, did you guys move a green box?
On.
Yeah. He got the digital
Oh, awesome.
version of it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
All right. So for the team here, because I know that Tim and Chris has already gone through the financial fitness. The team here, we're Friday, 8 p.m.
This Friday.
This Friday, 8 p.m.
And you guys join us as well.
And
So what's the time difference?
None.
There's none.
Okay, so 8 p.m. Friday.
yeah. And so I'll send you guys the questions, but you'll go through there and we'll be able to tell who didn't do what because I've been through it too many times.
I've
Just
been
saying,
the most.
you know what I mean?
I'm
I don't get what
guarantee
you're
you.
saying. You're gonna. I know you want us to go
See if
through
they
it
know, huh?
before Friday. Or you want us
Before Friday.
to- 75 pages.
Yeah, 75 pages.
It's like it's easy. I can read that in the night.
All right.
75 pages. Break it down per night. So you got Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. So 75 divided by 4 is 15 pages a night.
Totally doable.
I started reading the Richest Man in Taiwan. It's pretty
That's a
good.
good book.
Yep, that's what I'm reading.
That's a good book.
In that first 75, there are little exercises and questions that you can do as well. So what I did was I started a whole new notebook, and for nothing but the financial fitness, and that way you got all that together.
Whoever,
But I'm melancholy.
tomorrow night's our Tuesday night, right? So whoever gets somebody to show up to a Tuesday night, whether it's in Murray or here, whoever gets first gets to pick, first off, the location. And whoever has a guest first will get an overnight pack
Woo!
for tomorrow night's meeting. 8 p.m. And it'll either be here in Paducah or down in Murray. Just throw that in there. And then,
How does that? What do you mean it'll either be here or in Murray? Don't we need to know first so we can let these people know?
we're gonna say it's here, but if you know someone that's close to Murray, they're like, man, we're gonna be in Murray tonight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'll say it's gonna be here. We'll hold it tentatively here unless I hear something back from somebody else that has a guest.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So
we're working tomorrow.
would you guys agree with me for us to become number one in May and for us to go power player? We got to break down power player by the next major, which means we need to throw 5 people in your league halfway through by the end of May. 5 people, right? So would you guys agree that's going to take a lot of work, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to be busy. And I know it sucks because I work 12 hours days in the heat and all that stuff. And you know what I mean? I get tired, but then I'm excited on the way back because we're building this. So let's meet Wednesday night for a business launch.
Okay, so how are you gonna have you're gonna have service while you're out there tomorrow?
For what?
Like working? Are you gonna have service on your phone?
Yeah.
No, you don't have service out there.
I mean, for a little bit. I mean, I can talk and text.
Well, I'm talking about to talk, because I'm gonna plan on having some calls, which I know I can call Scott either way, but he's not always free, and you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, if you set it up, I'll have to go sit on the roof or whatever I got to do. You know what I mean? Not that big of a deal. I just can't show a Zoom or the plan out there.
well,
If I was in town somewhere, I could.
well, I don't think we'd do that anyway.
But you could call your dude back and get him to reschedule, and I will also Zoom tomorrow night. The one in Chicago.
Oh, I don't know if he's even going to. You can tell when they're not serious about it, and he didn't seem to.
What's up, Krista? Did you ask something?
Oh, I was just saying, Tim's got an interview coming up, not this week, but next week, and we may be a little further away than Illinois, given a little time.
Where at?
Texas?
Whoa!
What?
Jeff and Tammy Darling.
Well, no, the Team Crooks is down there.
Caber's down there, and it's near Dallas.
Nice. Dallas is nice. I like Dallas.
Anyway, if you want to know what I was laughing at, I was texting a buddy of mine to see if he was working tonight, and his response to
I have a lot of
So
friends
it
down
is-
there too.
yeah, man, I'm at the Rock all night tonight.
So you can visit me.
The Rock.
What is it?
Good. Where? What's the name
That's what
of
they
the
call
town?
Alcatraz.
Tyler?
Call his
Tyler,
job
Texas,
Alcatraz, basically.
Oh,
And I said, love what you call the place. And he says, yeah, can't escape the Rock.
Wow.
all right. So you guys will
But
be
that was
ready
my
for
first sound
Friday.
For a person to give him a way out,
Right.
to escape the Rock.
It'll have some questions
Let's
in
talk to him a bit more before
about your guys' goals and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If you go through that financial fitness, it's going to have you do it anyway. But, just for a little warning.
Yeah.
But we have to do that. We got to figure out what gets us fired up. What gets you fired up? We're going to do a round robin. Caleb?
So if you guys get a visitor tomorrow night, Krista, let us know.
Okay.
Well, they're probably good. They're probably going to be with Scott and them, but we will Zoom it.
Right.
But if you got a live guest,
visitors, yeah.
if you got a live guest, you're going to get them around Scott and Angie.
Woo-hoo.
Live, yes, not a.
Yeah, this is the one we actually go to St. Louis for.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What?
This tomorrow night I'll be speaking because it's the first Tuesday of the month.
What's this?
I'm showing the plan
Okay.
tomorrow night.
Oh, they do that.
The first
The first
Tuesday
Tuesday
of the month.
The other Tuesdays are webcast.
Right.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't know that they did that. I
Yeah.
forgot.
So tomorrow night, 8 p.m., place to be determined here.
If I'm speaking, let's do it down there. Because it's a little bit better, we'll get guests even from here. Just like I know it's down in
So,
Murray,
8
I know
p.m.
it's a 45-minute drive, but you got to hear Dale's story. You know what I mean? You got to hear, dude. This is once in a lifetime opportunity to hear my story. I haven't spoken in a while. You know what I mean?
And Wednesday, you want a business launch?
Wednesday, business launch, 7:30. And this time we won't, well, since we got the training out of the way, you know what I mean? Then we'll just get straight on calls. I'll announce some gifts, free stuff I'm giving out and stuff like that.
And then
Friday
Friday
night,
is the
Financial fitness.
8 p.m.
Yep. And then if we can book one-on-ones, like Wednesday when we have our thing, I suggest that we book one-on-ones until our team gets bigger.
That's what we're gonna do anyway.
Well, I know, but we were kind of focusing on house plan. You know what I mean? We got Tuesday, but a one-on-one. Yeah, let's get some one-on-ones if it's possible.
That's what I. Yeah, me and you have
But
been doing
isn't
that.
the
anyway.
house
That's what
plans,
we've been
the
doing.
house plans, are we supposed to be gearing towards the house plans?
I don't even.
No, we're gearing toward the one-on-one.
I think the overnight.
And then the
package-
one-on-one that we get has a business launch and a house plan.
Yeah, I think the overnight pack does better than this plan. Just showing the plan.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I have a question. Like, just in case this ever happens to me, like, oh well, no, duh, I know. I answered my own question. I was just gonna say, like, if I ever call and the connector's not available, and I call and you guys don't answer, I would just reschedule. But I would hate for that to happen. I would
Suit yourself.
so.
Yeah, just set it up, set an
Schedule it
appointment.
yourself.
Be like, look, the best thing I can do is bring you some information. It's not going to cost you anything. I'm going to let you borrow it. I want it back because it's important for me. And we'll see if you qualify. How's Wednesday at 7 p.m.?
Even without giving them your story and
Yeah.
connecting you at all, just
Yeah.
give them my own story.
That's how we used to
Just
do it.
book a
Okay.
plan.
That's it. Piece of cake. So, Chrysla, what fires you up?
I have a new dream. I
You do?
got a grandbaby in Arkansas as of tonight. I want to be able to travel to. Maria took our grandbaby to Arkansas.
Oh.
They're on the road right now. So I want to be able to travel to see my grandchildren and have a nonprofit for foster children.
I know, I feel you.
But my grandbabies are going to be states away now. I won't have any grandbabies close.
That's me.
It's sad.
It is. It is.
It's new and it's like really sad. And yeah, I could cry over it because I'm used to seeing her once a week or once every 2 weeks, and I'm not going to have that.
Yep.
So, and she's only 14 months. She's growing so quick.
No.
I don't want to miss any of it. So I want to be able to travel like that.
Yeah, so the faster we build this, the faster you can take off.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Tim?
I'm tired of having to arrange, okay, do I have this many days to take off so I can go to the major? Do I have this many days? I'm tired of that. I'm ready to just say, you know what? I got all the days I need.
Amen to that.
That's right.
Amen.
That's right.
Heck yeah.
That's after this last major. That's kind of been a frustrating point because I had to go back to work at we arrived back here about 1:30 in the morning and had to get up at 5 and go to work, and it's like I was dragging all day and it's like, you know what, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we had to get, we all got to get out of our jobs. We need to get out of our jobs, build this, make this the last summer that we work. 2018. You know what I mean? And job optional. 2018. Job optional. I can't even think of what. If I was something like Trump, I'd think of something to make it rhyme, but I'm not. So, what fires you up?
Getting out of my job, getting debt free, which gives me freedom, true freedom, unbelievable amount of freedom, and doing something that's significant.
And what's your goal? Short term?
Short term,
1 week.
Start making calls.
4.
4 videos.
And anywhere you go, you know, try to make a friend and find a
Because if you do 4 videos, Chris, a week, and then when it comes time, like I said in June, when we're all walking across the stage, and you walk across the stage for each one, reach one. Then you walk across the stage for a go-getter. You know what I mean? And then you walk across the stage for Team 5 or whatever. Because that's how we're gonna grow, or growth champ. And we have to break it down 4 videos a week. If you want to get one out of the way tomorrow, feel free.
Try to
You know
do
what I
it
mean?
every day.
Like one of your coworkers just go through, hey man, I know you're on break, this and that. Check this out. You've been wondering what I'm doing and all that. Just watch it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Boom.
exactly.
It's out of the way when they're like, wow, that was pretty awesome. You know what I mean? Be like, cool, I get overnight pad. That's when you overnight pad.
Yep.
What fires
More
you up?
information.
Well, I want to show my family and friends that don't believe in this that it works and that anyone can do it and that it's valuable, that it's significant, and we're basically starting a revolution. I want to be able to either give to charity or like start a charity of some sort to make a difference in several different things. But I want to open my own gym, and I want to be able to help my mom and dad and family and give back to them for having spent all the money they've spent on me my whole life and pay their bills.
Awesome. Go.
Goal? Well, I've already made the goal that I'm trying to get at least 1 video every day, and so at least 9 more till next Saturday.
9 more. So your goal by next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, is 9 points.
Yep.
You can do it. I know you can. You're more than capable. You can definitely do it.
Yep.
What fires you up, Caleb?
The only thing that I really enjoy doing is playing music. That's really about it. I don't really, I hate working, obviously. And, that's it, just playing music. Helping my mom out, and, not being broke, but.
What fires you up when you come back Monday?
Literally, the only thing I like to do is play music.
I know, but this is what I'm trying to get at. Last Monday, you were fired up and you got over here and you got a phone and you booked a plan. What was that feeling? What caused that feeling to fire you up to get rid of that fear, book that plan, and then he went and showed it by himself?
Awesome.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's what I want you to feel every day. So think back to what that was. What caused
Because
that?
I had her number. Because I got her number. Because I literally have nobody to hit up. And so whenever I get someone's number.
Okay, but what was that feeling? Do you remember that feeling, that determination that you had? I'm calling her. I'm calling somebody. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's no big deal anyway. You know what I mean? It's
Because if you take that and apply it out here when you're buying your Monster, same with me, or your cigarettes or whatever, you know what I mean? Boom, what's going to fire up that feeling that you get, I'm doing this. That feeling that you have right there that makes you want to do it is what you want to keep fresh in your mind. You want to tell your elephant and start training them. That's what fires me up. That's what fires me up. That's what fires me up. You know what I mean? So you have that euphoric feeling.
It's a
Naturally.
accomplishment. It's that.
It is, you know what I mean? Because it's like, woo! Man, I'm telling you, if we get beating everybody, we should be winning. We
That's
should be
what I
leading
said.
everybody.
Highly
And the
underrated.
feeling that we're going to get out of that is going to be amazing. So I want you guys also to start getting on Lifeline and start throwing some messages up. It doesn't matter what. I just saw a cat walk across the road, and you get bad luck, but woo! I'm fired up because I know that bad luck doesn't work on me. I'm going to run into somebody today. You know what I mean? And send that up on Lifeline. Send it up so I can send it to Scott. You know what I mean? And all that stuff. And then also on the WhatsApp. You know what I mean? Kind of post on there. Start pumping our team up, because if we start pumping our team up,
Yeah.
what'll happen is everybody's going to get on there and they're going to be like, the Dorches are on fire. Yay, Michaela, you're the best. And what that's going to do is subconsciously, it's going to fire us up to where we're like, oh, You know what I mean? We'll start
that
building the
is true.
confidence, and it'll happen.
That is true. If you noticed, like a few weeks before the major, the WhatsApp, I don't know if you guys noticed up there, Chrisla, but a few weeks before the major, WhatsApp was silent. There wasn't a lot of stuff going on. There wasn't a lot of even memes. There wasn't a lot of posting going at all. And we were even wondering what's going on. You know, we weren't seeing too much of anything. So it was kind of like, for me, it was kind of like putting a little doubt in my mind, you know, are people really doing this kind of thing, you know? And so I think, I agree with Dale, you know, the more that we keep enthusiastic and start letting people know we are enthusiastic and we are taking this seriously, I think then we're going to start seeing some major results in this team. And people are going to start taking notice.
I watched Lifeline this morning. I was sitting there watching Lifeline, and there was a lady on there, just a couple months old. She's already on the path to being leader. And I'm like, man, if she can do it, why can't I speak and do it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it's all up here. I'm not showing enough videos. You know, things have changed since we got in. Wait till we get the right person in, and I do a one-on-one, and we set a business lunch at their house, and we all go over there and eat all their chips and drink all their coffee, you know what I mean? And get them all fired up and have a business lunch there, and 5 people sign up on the spot. Do you think we won't be fired up?
Woo-hoo.
That's how it's done. You know what I mean? We have to just get there. We have to force ourselves to do it. We have to force. If we want our dreams, we have to do it. You know what I mean? If we no longer want our dreads, like work, roofing, you know what I mean? Not seeing your kids, Chrisla, not seeing yours working, you know what I mean? Driving that far away. Only thing you need to be doing anyway is music. That's all you need to be doing. You shouldn't be out on the roof.
Yep.
You know, you're too talented. You can use that talent other places, though. You know this in and out better than anyone. So the only way we're going to get our dreams is by doing it and setting those goals. What fires you up, and what is your goal?
Oh, what fires me up is the fact of being able to. Well, I agree with Michaela absolutely, especially with a turn of events in our family situation this past week. I just want to show everybody in my family, near and far, that we're not full of crap. You know, that this does work for 100% of the people who do work it. And, you know, if we want anything to last, longevity for our lives, like infinity, it's not going to happen overnight. And I think that a lot of people look for that, you know, flash in the pan kind of thing. They want it, and they want it now. We've become such a instantaneous society. You know, all this, you know, drive-through stuff. You know, when I was raised instant mashed potatoes, instant tea, you know, all this instant stuff. Now I can't handle it. You know, I want something that's going to last, and I want to be able to go see my kids and my grandkids. If nothing more, just to say, hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We made it work. You know, not to rub it in their face, but yeah, to rub it in their face. You know what I'm saying? That it can be done. You know, that we didn't quit. We stuck with it. And, you know, we've been, 3 years? 3 years? We've seen some different changes that have made it even easier along the way. So there's no reason why we all can't do it as a team. You know, that's the thing. When you team approach, we should be able to do this in no time. We should be able to do this. Now, we're in a new area, you know, that shouldn't matter. We should be able to share this with whoever. So my goal would be, long-term, would be that, to be out of my job, be able to go see my kids and pay off my parents' debt and get them, you know, done. But, you know, short term, I think all of ours would be those 4 videos. It's going to be that every week. Now, if we're going to, like Michaela said, this is going to have to be ongoing, not just through the month of May, but short goals, short-term goals, let's do 4 a day, for a week.
Then it'll get easier because then you'll have a team.
Exactly.
You're going to have people underneath you that's calling you.
Exactly.
So you're not having to show all the videos.
That's
You
where
see
it
what I'm
comes
saying?
exponential growth.
Right. That's where me and Michelle's kind of blessed in a way because we get to count. When you call us, we get to count, and it's not even our contact. You did the hard, in my opinion, the hard part. Showing the plan to me is easy. That's the easiest. You know what I mean? In my opinion.
See, you're choleric. I'm melancholic. To me, showing the plan would take 5 hours because I want all the details in there. That's just, I'll
It works. That's all I have. My goal is to build a seminar in Kentucky by the end of the year. For it to be the last season at Top Floors and More. Besides me doing sales and stuff like that, but even paying the right people to do it so I don't have to, me and Kev will make our money off the bottom, off the top type of thing. My short term is 4 videos this week.
Right.
4 videos this week, 4 videos next week, the following week, and the following week until we're on stage at the seminar and we're Turbo 5.
And then we celebrate at the party.
We're so close to Turbo 5 all the time, it just cracks me up. You know what I mean? We're hitting it this time.
We're
going to be Turbo 5 this time. What the good news is we had 9 people at the major.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're out here in the middle of nowhere.
Well, see, that's the thing too is.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to call out any names of anybody else, but I know that we're just as good as other people in our team. And we're out here in nowhere land. We don't have the leverage that they have in St. Louis.
Exactly.
We're going to have to start doing. So we have to buckle down. Now, once we break that, if we kick this off in May, once we break that, it's going to get easier and easier and easier. And then we'll have a spot that we actually meet at on our first Tuesday of the month, besides a hair place. No offense, I love it there. You know what I mean? But an actual place that we're actually at. And people are paying, and we're paying speakers.
That's recognized by the
speakers are getting paid to come in. You know what I mean? And so Manasseh Fotu comes in and speaks for you guys while me and Michelle are in wherever because they want us to speak there. You see what I'm saying? That's my goal. That's my dream. All these people in Kentucky and, and then running for office because I got an army of people willing to help me win. Because they know what I'm about and they know I'm legit. I'm too legit to quit. So that's it. That's all I have for tonight, man. I thank you guys. I hope I inspired you a little bit. You know what I mean? And let's do this.
Do it.
Let's all get together and think about, our team name, by the way, that no one has.
Which I thought another one too.
Team Neo. I would say we're Team Neo. And then Michelle would be like, we are, and then everyone else would be like, 1. Or Team Neo, we are 1.
That's cool.
I don't know, how would we do it?
We are 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Team Neo, we are
1.
We are
1.
We are 1.
And I thought of that, right? You stole it.
Caleb did think of that.
My team name.
Caleb did think of that. Team Neo. Oh, that is, I can think of my own.
You know what I thought of today?
What?
Freedom Rebels.
Yeah, so think of a team name. We'll throw it all in a hat. You know what I mean? See who wins. All right, guys, thanks.
Bye.
Catch you later.
Bye.
See you Friday at 8. Business launch Wednesday
7:30.
at 7:30 if you guys want to join.
Yeah,
Just-
okay. We'll see you then.
Huh?
We'll see you then.
Okay, same link that I sent you tonight will be that link. Same link.
Okay, cool.
Who's playing tomorrow up there?
Oh, probably Raymond, probably, and then Scott will do the second half, probably.
Hold on and I'll look it up if the app will work.
Yeah, this website's having issues.
There's problems with our Life app.
Yeah, same.
They're probably updating it for
The new what are they updating?
The Growth Champ.
They had to rewrite something.
Huh?
They had to rewrite something.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, marketing system's going to be free. They're constantly making changes, but I know that the financial fitness services got a lot of changes on there. You guys could log in and go on the app and look at convention announcements, and it'll have it all in there listed so you can read it all too.
Yep.
All right, guys. Good night. See you Wednesday.
All right. See ya. Bye.
Okay.